Hello and welcome to the eFresh.com Flowers, Plants, and Bulbs News. Today is the 17th of November. My name is Kim and these are this week's headlines. Horticulture tackles contamination. Private sector prepare for free trade. Indian lotus cultivation banned. Ancient plants pollinated by insects. Giant among flowers rescued. Australia's horticultural industry is bedding down a new plan to manage its food contamination issues. Horticulture Australia Limited Product Integrity Manager Richard Bennett says the plan addresses a range of modern issues that fruit, vegetable, nut, and flower industries didn't have to contend with earlier. He says contamination risks are quite high across horticulture and include microbial contamination, pesticide contamination, and even sabotage. According to him, unfortunately, horticulture is a product which is often eaten as it's harvested, often without a processing, heat, cold, or a decontamination step in between. He said that in horticulture they have to be more vigilant than with most other products. The Commerce Minister of Thailand has urged the Thai private sector to prepare for Asian trade liberalization by January 2010, when taxes on 8,300 items will be waived. The Director General of the Trade Negotiations Department stated that according to the Asian Free Trade Area, or AFTA agreement, import taxes and tariffs among Asian countries will be scrapped. The change is expected to take place on January 1st next year. As a result, trade among Asian member countries will no longer be hampered by tax barriers. But as a result, Thai entrepreneurs have to prepare themselves for the change. Taxes on cut flowers will be cut to 5%. Currently, ASEAN ranks second as Thailand's business partner with trading value at $70 billion or 20% of Thailand's international trade. The lotus, prized for its serene beauty, is perhaps the most spectacular plant in the aquatic environment. In India, it is used for medicinal purposes. But if grown on commercial basis, the consequences would be disastrous, according to the Madras High Court bench. A division bench of justices made the observation while directing the Public Works Department not to lease out any water body in the district for cultivating lotus plants after the expiry of the current lease. The bench said that the cultivation of lotus plants prevents the sunlight from penetrating deep into the water bodies. It also becomes a breeding ground for mosquitoes and other insects, which are the main carriers of waterborne diseases. Recreational activities such as bathing, swimming, and sightseeing were also put at stake in weedy water bodies as it might cause skin diseases. Scientific evidence shows that almost all the earliest flowering plants were pollinated by insects. Whether such a relationship existed between insects and early non-flowering plants with exposed seeds, such as conifers called gymnosperms, has been widely disputed. However, scientists have found evidence that gymnosperm plants shared an intricate pollination relationship with scorpion fly insects 62 million years before flowering plants appear in fossil records. The evolution of the specialized type of mouthpart among insects occurred at least 5 separate times during a 13 million year span. The pollinating relationship between modern pollinators and flowering plants was an independent evolutionary occurrence, separate from the scorpion fly and gymnosperm plants. Deep in the jungles of Southeast Asia blooms the world's biggest flower, a massive fleshy orb designed by nature to attract insects by mimicking the color and stench of rotting meat. The bizarre bloom, named Rafflesia after British colonist Sir Stamford Raffles, is under threat from deforestation and harvesting for traditional medicine. But under an innovative Malaysian scheme, indigenous tribes who once gathered Rafflesia buds by the sackload are being trained as custodians of the rare flowers and to act as guides for eco-tourists. Experts on the Rafflesia say that the scheme has brightened the prospects of the plant, which grew only on a specific jungle vine in parts of Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Thailand. Thank you for watching the eFresh.com Flowers, Plants, and Bulbs News. See you next time.